Hi, and welcome to this episode of QuickCuppa. My name's Elie, Customer Success Manager at Intuit QuickBooks Australia, and this is my colleague Alix, CX Specialist in the team. Today, we're going to talk you through the steps of setting up your QuickBooks Online file. We're going to cover 5 key areas, including setting up GST, connecting bank feeds, importing product and service information, setting up invoices, and sending your first invoice. Each of these features are the first steps in making the most of your QuickBooks Online file. So Alix, can you tell us what users should do to get the most out of their QuickBooks Online files straight away?
Yeah, absolutely, Elie. So the first thing you should do if you're registered for it is set up GST. It's really important to do this first before you enter any transactions. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Click on the GST tab in the left navigation bar and click on Get Started. From here, you need to tell us what taxes you pay and how often. You can choose between monthly, quarterly and annually, and also whether or not it's a cash or accrual basis for your GST. If you don't know this information, check out your ATO portal and you'll be able to find out what taxes you are liable for. So we have GST, PAYG withholding, you can choose again between monthly and quarterly, and PAYGI, again on a monthly, quarterly and annual basis. With PAYGI, you can also choose between the amount or the rate. And from there, you can also choose other taxes that you might be liable for, like wine equalisation tax. Save and finish. And the next page actually lets us connect to the ATO so that you'll be able to e-lodge directly from QuickBooks Online. I'm going to choose maybe later on that one for now. And your GST Center is set up.
Okay, so the next step after setting up GST is connecting bank accounts, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, fantastic. So can you tell us more about connecting bank accounts?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 2 ways of setting up bank accounts in QBO, and that's the standard feed and direct feed. Standard feed works in more of a pull motion, so you provide your login credentials to your online banking and we pull the data. Whereas direct feeds work in more of a push motion, and basically you set up that authority with your bank and they send the transactions through to us.
Okay, got it. So which one's better?
Direct feeds is a little more seamless because the bank is actually sending those transactions through to you. But we do actually recommend that you set up your standard feed first. The reason for that is that the standard feed is instant and you can bring in a year of data as you connect. So it's really cool to be able to set that up, and then what you can do is set up your direct feed 24 hours later, and that will set you up for a more seamless integration moving forward. But you've already brought in that data and you've got that bank account working already. With direct feeds, there is the authorization with the bank can take up to 10 days, so it also means that you can start working straight away.
Right, got it. Okay, and how do we set them up?
Let me show you. Choose banking this time from the left navigation, and then you can just choose connect account. It'll ask for your login credentials for your online banking, and then once that's set up, you should see a link to upgrade after 24 hours. So Elie, now that you have your GST set up and your bank account, it's a good time to import your products and services. Okay,
let's do it.
So to do this, click on the Sales tab and choose Products and Services from the top nav. Next to New, you'll find a drop-down with the Import function. Choose your Excel or CSV file, map the data, and then import.
Okay, great. Now we have GST, bank accounts, and products and service set up. So what's next?
I think it's time we set up our custom invoices. So this is where you can put the brand on your invoices that you send to your customers. So the easiest way to do this is to click on the cogwheel within your product and choose custom form styles. From there, you can change the style, the content to exactly what you want to send to the customers. Sometimes you want to take it a step further and really, bring in an invoice that you've had customized by a designer, or, one you've been sending to your customers for quite a while. It's easy to do that as well, but it is an experimental feature. So it's actually in our QuickBooks Labs, which is also in the cogwheel. You turn on that, then upload your docx, map the fields, and you can have the exact invoice you've been using for years in your QBO file.
Okay, Alix, important question. How do I start invoicing my customers?
That's a super important question as a small business customer. Let's take a look in the file. So you can create an invoice from any part of the product where you see this plus icon. Choose the plus icon and click Create Invoice. Choose your customer. Make sure the customer email is filled in so that they receive the invoice from you. Choose your terms, make sure the billing address and invoice date and due date are correct before entering the products and services that you've already imported. I'm going to choose sales this time. Enter in the amount, the rate and the quantity, and don't forget GST. When you're ready, you can save and send. You can see a preview of what you're going to send through to your customer before you send. When you're happy with what it says and the preview, then you can press send and close. And the email's been sent to your customer.
Okay, excellent. So now are we ready to use our QuickBooks Online file?
Yes, almost. If you do have any employees, you do need to set up payrolls. So with the changes for single touch payroll, it's really important that you get this correct. So we're going to do another QuickCuppa video on how to set up payroll as well. So the links are below this video, so you can get started now, but keep an eye out for our next QuickCuppa.
Excellent. Alix, thank you so much for joining us.
No worries. Thanks, Elie.
And thank you for joining us for this QuickCuppa.